Today we're going to be talking about complex fractions, which is very similar to dividing fractions. So just a quick refresher that when you're doing dividing fractions, we do keep, change, flip, and then the second reminder that you might need is whenever you see a fraction bar, that means to divide. So when I have the fraction 1/2, that literally means 1 divided by 2. 3/4 literally means 3 divided by 4. So basically a complex fraction is when you have a fraction within a fraction. So if you look right here, the numerator of this fraction is 20, the denominator is 1/2. So this literally means 20 divided by 1/2. If you can read the complex fraction, then you can solve the complex fraction because all you would do then is keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep, change, flip. And I know 40 over 1 is the same thing as 40. So this essentially equals 40. So pretty straightforward, something that we can master pretty quickly. On example number 1, by the way, if you're listening to this recording, you should either have out your math book. You can take notes within your math book, or if you prefer to do your notes on a sheet of notebook paper, you can do that as well, but you should be solving these problems because as a reminder, if you're just watching me solve them, you're not going to know how to do them. You have to actually do the math in order to learn how to do the math. Just watch someone play basketball and then all of a sudden be a basketball superstar. You actually have to practice it yourself. So on example 1, the numerator is 1/4, the denominator is 2, so this literally means 1/4 divided by 2. When I use my rule, keep, change, flip, that would be keep, change, and then I know this is actually 2 over 1, so it becomes 1/2. When I multiply, I get 1/8. Okay, very simple. I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and then we'll look at the next one. So this means 1 divided by 1/2. So this means keep. And I just put 1 over 1 because I know any whole number has a 1 at the end if I want to change it to a fraction. Change, flip. 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. Alright, go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and try A, B, C, and D, and then come back when you're ready to check. On letter A, we have keep, change, flip. We have 6 over 2, which is the same thing as 3. On the next one, letter B, we have 6, keep, change, flip. 18 over 1, which is the same thing as 18. On the next one, letter C, keep, change, flip. So keep, change, and 7 is the same thing as 7 over 1. So when I flip it, it's going to become 1/7. So multiply, and that cannot be simplified. And then finally, letter D, we're going to keep 2/4. Change, and then again 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1, so I'm flipping it to 1/2. And 2 goes into both of those numbers, so that's going to leave me with 1/4. Right, on the following page, now we have a mixed number, so you can see the numerator is 1 1/3, the denominator is 1/4. So again, same thing as we were doing the other day with dividing fractions. Before you can divide it, you're going to need to change the mixed number to an improper fraction by using the MAD method. Multiply, add, keep the denominator. So 1 1/3 is going to become 3 times 1, which is 3, plus 1, which is 4, over 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and just write out the rest of the problem. Now I can do keep, change, flip. 3 goes into 16 5 times, so that would equal 15, so I have 1 left over, keep the denominator. On example 4, now I have another mixed number, so 3 and 1/2 is my numerator, 3/4 is my denominator, so I use the MAD method to change it. So 34 times 2 is 68, plus 1 is 69 over 2. Go ahead and write the rest of the problem. I'll do keep, change, flip. And I get 276. And by the way, I'm kind of cheating here. I would have to work this out if I were doing this on my own. And then over 6. And then you can do long division again. I can already tell it's going to equal 46, but in this case, you don't know how many times 6 goes into 276, so you would literally just do your long multiplication. So 6 goes into 27 4 times. 4 times 26 is 24. Down to 6. 6 goes into 36 6 times. So that ends the problem. So again, my answer is 46. Go ahead and pause, try letter E and F either in your book or on your sheet of notebook paper, and you can come back to check. So on the first one, you should have used division, obviously, because that's what the chapter is about. So we're dividing 4 2/3 divided by 2. Change this by using the math, so that would be 14 over 3. Change, flip. 14 over 6. 6 goes into 14 2 times, with 2 left over, and then I know I can simplify by dividing by 2, so that's 2 1/3. On the next problem, same thing, division obviously, because that's what the chapter is about. And so it would change to 9 over 2. And then 3 over 2. Now we did keep, change, flip. 18 over 6. And 6 goes into 18 3 times, so that would be my answer. Okay, going to the next one. We're not going to talk about percent, so you can skip example 5. On this page, go ahead and pause the video, try 1 through 4, and come back to check it. Okay, so here are the answers. I'm not going to walk through each and every problem. If you have questions, make sure that you raise your hand and ask, and I will gladly help. On the following page, page 21, again, go ahead and pause this video, try numbers 1 through 8, then pause to check your answers. So on page 21, again, I'm not going to go through each and every problem. So go ahead and pause, check your answers. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that will end this section.